Hey friends, welcome back to session 3 of our powerful health journey series, Healing Starts at Home. If you're joining me again, I just want to say you're not here by accident. And if this is your first time watching, you are absolutely in the right place. So today's message might be one of the most important ones that you've seen yet. So we're going to be pulling all of this together, and we are going to be recapping everything we've been putting together through session 1 and session 2. So if you saw the first 2 sessions, great. And if you didn't, please go back and take a look at all of that. All right. So we're going to be talking about discerning your health decisions with peace and aligning your choices with God's design today. All right. So grab your paper and your pen or pencil because you are going to want to take some notes. We're going to talk through a 4 filter strategy today. All right. But I want to tell you just a quick little story about a client that came to me recently. We'll just call her Jenny for now. Of course, this is not her real name because of privacy. But she came into my practice a while back, and she had a list filled with supplements. Does that sound like any of you? I know I've been in her shoes before, for certain. I'm talking like 40 plus items. This was also me back in my 20s. She joined like every Facebook group. Do you ever find yourself joining groups or Googling on Dr. Google to find out what is going on with you? Do you join summits or challenges all the time? She'd ordered every cleanse, sometimes finished, sometimes didn't, and was completely exhausted. And not just physically, but she is a faith-filled woman, and she was spiritually beat down as well, wondering why she was not feeling better or getting better, and just had it. She really earnestly shared her heart with me and just was feeling broken, and just really said, what if I am doing too much? What if what I'm taking is counteracting something else? I don't know what I'm doing, and yet I feel like I'm doing everything. I need help, and I don't feel like I'm getting it from anywhere, and I feel like I'm all alone. Can you help me? What if I mess myself up? Does this feel like you? Have you ever felt like this? I know I have. I don't want you to feel like this, but this is where the noise comes in. And I know we talked about this a few weeks ago. The truth is, when we're overwhelmed by all of the information, we're flooded by TikToks or health trends or even doctors' opinions, we can lose our sense of peace. So here's what I want you to hear today. Peace is not optional. It's the starting place. I want to say that again, you guys. Peace is not optional. It's the starting place. So let's talk about peace just for a moment, okay? Peace is a state of being. It's not a feeling. Happiness, joy, those are feelings. Sadness, anger, grief, those are feelings. You can have all those feelings and still be in a state of peace. There's a difference. True peace comes from God. Fear, overwhelm, anxiety, depression, those are things that keep us frozen, keeps us from moving forward. So let's talk about that. Is there research that backs this? And yes, there is. So I'm going to read it because I can't memorize all the details about research. So I am actually going to read this. According to over 200 Cochrane-reviewed studies, decision-making improves dramatically when patients feel empowered, informed, and aligned with their core values. But guess what else those studies found? That spiritual grounding creates clearer, more satisfying health outcomes. You can find that on PubMed. These are documented research studies. So let's take a deeper look. Scripture tells us that God is not the author of confusion, but of peace. That's found in 1 Corinthians 14:33. And that means he's not in our panic. He's in it with us, but he's not the creator of it. He's not in the algorithm. He's not in the chaos. I should say he's not the creator of it. He's in it with us. He's holding us through it, but he's not the creator of it. So many people want to blame him for allowing it without addressing what's causing it. But he speaks to us through peace. In my practice, I am rolling out what I call the faith and function filter to help men and women make decisions that don't just look good on paper, but feel right in their spirit and align with your physiology as well. So this faith and function filter framework, let's walk through it. What does it look like? So this is what you might want to write down. Filter 1 is this evidence-based and aligned with my values. So that's the question you might want to be asking yourself. Don't just ask, does it work? Ask, does it work for me? And am I doing this because I believe in it or because I feel guilted into it? Filter 2 is, do I feel peace or pressured? Your nervous system will tell you, and so will the Holy Spirit. And here's a fun fact, and this is physiological. Your vagus nerve, which governs your rest, your digest, and gives you the stability that you need, it literally shuts down when you're in the fight or flight state. That means panic-based choices often don't even absorb in the body the same way. I mean, you can't make rational decisions if you're in that fight and flight mode. Filter number 3, can my body sustain this? Just because you can do it doesn't mean you should do it. When you're making decisions from peace, and not pressure, you'll start choosing from wisdom and not weariness. So I had a client in her late 60s. We'll just call her Maria for now. She'd tried other protocols from other practitioners, and all with great reviews, right? But she was still bloated, still anxious. Her blood sugar was erratic. And once we slowed down and applied the faith and function filter, she was able to realize that her body wasn't crying out for yet one more detox. It was actually crying out for a rhythm in her life. It was crying out for calm, for a peace, for healing, beginning with the noise stopping. Sometimes we need to back up what's happening and actually address the basics. Does that maybe sound like what you're going through? And maybe, just maybe, that's what you need to do. You've been scrambling for so long that you forgot even what got you to this point. You've been looking for all these answers in so many different places that you forgot what even started the ball rolling down the hill. And now it's become this huge snowball. It started out as something much smaller, but now it is ginormous and you don't know how to stop it. Does that sound like what you're experiencing? Sometimes we need to roll it back and start from a place of calm. So let's start by beginning with a rhythm. Here's some rhythms that perhaps you can incorporate. How about with a morning reset? Before I even get out of bed, I start with prayer. I start with breathing, prayer, and gratitude. I pray for those that are on my prayer list. I ask the Lord to bring any others to my mind that need prayer. And then first I give him gratitude every morning. At least 3 things, and there's always way more. And then I ask for gratitude, my prayer list, and then I ask if there's any others that he brings to my mind before I ever even get out of bed. And then getting some fresh air and sunlight. Making sure I smile at myself in the mirror when I brush my teeth, because you can't have a bad day. And I remind myself that I'm the one in charge of my emotions, my attitude, and my behavior during the day. Nobody else is in charge of how I respond to my day. So many of us want to blame others for our behavior, our attitude, our day, and that it's everybody else's fault. But if we start our day taking responsibility for our attitude, our actions, and our day, you can't help but have a better day. My saying is, you have to be like a duck. Some people don't know what that means, but ducks are water repellent. That's why they can go under the water and come up, and the water beads off of their feathers. We need to be like a duck. The way God intended and created ducks is so that the water doesn't keep them wet. You know if a duck is ill because the water will wet their feathers and they stay cold and damp. And eventually that will kill them. But the healthy ducks, their feathers are water repellent. We need to be like a duck and let things roll off of us. And if we're having a hard time doing that, we need to take those issues to the cross. Then midday, let's do midday mindfulness. Stretch, walk, pray. In the evening, now I am not a good journaler, but if you like to write, journaling is extremely beneficial. Magnesium is beneficial in the evening. And again, gratitude. I talk to God the Father all day long, thanking Him, talking to Him like He's right here with me, which He is, all day, like a best friend, but also with reverence, because He is all powerful at the same time. And then a weekly Sabbath. No health decisions, no diets, no rushing, figuring out a day of just being in His presence, just being in the presence of the ones that He brings to your mind, just being. And then discernment days, making sure that you fast from social opinions or, anything that's got negative energy or anything like that. These are rhythms. These are rhythms that steal your peace, that restore your peace from peace that's been stolen from you. These are ideas. You don't have to implement all 5. These are ideas that could help you obtain this inner peace. If these rhythms aren't sustainable, your healing won't be either. So find something that can bring you back into this feeling, this being of having this peace. So how can we put this all together? Let's apply it in a real life example. So you're deciding whether or not to begin, let's say, hormone therapy. That's a big thing, people around my age, let's say. And they want to try hormone replacements, elimination diet, detoxing your home. So let's go back through the filters. Asking yourself, what does the evidence say? What does my spirit say using that discernment? What is my body saying right now? And can these decisions, is this sustainable? Is this decision sustainable for me? Is my lifestyle and my life able to support this choice if I make it? And we need to bring all of these questions to God in prayer, because in Colossians 3:15, it says that He will guide you with His peace. And if it is for you, He will give you peace about the decision that you're making. So, Lord, I thank You for those that have joined me during this 3-part series. You are not a God of confusion, but of clarity. You help us silence the voices of fear and tune our ears into Your presence. May Your choices reflect Your design and bring healing to our homes and to our physical bodies. Your peace is what I pray over all of those that ever listen to this, and I thank You in advance. I'm asking each of you to drop a comment, subscribe, share, like, and drop a comment. What's one health decision that you are praying over right now? I want to walk this journey with you. So please do visit graceanatomyfunctionalhealth.com and schedule your faith-filled journey with me. I can't wait to see you next week. I look forward to it. And if you have a topic I haven't covered yet and you'd like to hear more, drop that in the comment as well. Love you guys, and thanks for joining. Bye.